class of Valadictorian, Isabella Howard.
Good evening, Dr. Muir, Mr. Devine, teachers, faculty, family, and friends. First, I'd like to extend thanks to all the people who've made this milestone possible. Thank you to Dr. Muir for taking charge to make difficult decisions that were intensely more difficult this year, and most importantly, for giving us snow days. Thank you to Mr. Devine, Mr. Nakora, Mr. Gilmartin, everyone in the guidance department, and the custodians who kept the school clean and free of germs. Of course, thank you to all the parents and guardians who've supported us through this year, for having to deal with us at home when we study remotely, and for paying for the internet bill. Thanks to my fellow students for trying to keep classes lighthearted, even during final exams. And to all the teachers and other faculty for teaching both the required curriculum and those small life lessons that will carry onward even after we're no longer Quabbin students. We thank you. To begin, I'll say that I'm very nervous about this speech. I'm a very nervous person. I get nervous for tests, shots at doctor's appointments, tennis matches, and this speech. Once the stressor is gone, then I'm just nervous about the next thing. After this speech, I'll be nervous about getting the rest of my wisdom teeth out in a month or so. And that got me distracted about thinking about wisdom teeth while I was struggling to find a meaningful topic to write the speech about. I know that's an odd subject for a graduation speech, but it's been an awfully odd year, so I thought it would be fitting. Wisdom teeth are there with no purpose. They cause more harm than good, actually. Infections, pain, and they require a pretty serious surgery to remove. According to the informational video that my oral surgeon legally had to show me, I could die. As soon as you hit this so-called age of wisdom, about 17 to 25, you have to get these last molars removed. They're the last symbol of growth, the last hint of adolescence, and after that, no more teeth grow in. After that, you are dentally an adult. In some ways, this is true for us as seniors. We are physically done growing. Our personalities have solidified, and we're becoming the young adults that we once looked up to, who we may still look up to. But even still, no one is ever truly done growing. There are always experiences to be had, lessons to be learned, and relationships to develop. As we say here at Quabbin, we're all lifelong learners, but I prefer the term permanent pupils for alliteration's sake. We'll all go off into our own stories, doing whatever makes each of us feel successful and happy. And however, even after recognizing this metaphor somehow relating teeth to a graduating class, I found myself still stressed. So this is the part of the speech where I hope to give a bit of advice for those dealing with this universal issue of nerves. I recently saw someone say that it's easier to cope with a stressful experience by saying that it's good for the plot, meaning the plot of their life story. It makes them a more interesting person, and after it's over, they feel even more accomplished. I honestly thought that was one of the best perspectives I've ever heard. Don't waste your time stressing, because in the long run, the experience will be beneficial to you, and it makes your life more interesting. If a student in the future has to read a biography about you, wouldn't you want the plot to be more interesting? Wouldn't you want to gain the respect of the reader because you had to go through something less than ideal or an emotionally taxing event? I would say a global pandemic is a pretty good place to start. I know everyone here, students, parents, faculty, and other guests, have all gone through some sort of stress, this year especially, so I think this is an extremely relevant topic. Even just a couple weeks ago during final exams, I know all the students and teachers were on edge. Before the AP physics exam, a few students even gave mini speeches to ease the pressure and provide a source of laughter. It's a tough pill to swallow, especially amidst an abundance of nerves, but the stress won't make you perform any better, and it won't help you avoid whatever it is you may consider the worst case scenario. So I beg the question, what's the point? To be nervous is to be human, but I think we've all learned this year that it does more harm than good, just like wisdom teeth. So even after our wisdom teeth are removed, after our adulthood has begun, let us all continue growing as people while still trying not to stress over our life's encounters, because it'll be good for the plot of each of our stories. Congratulations, class of 2021. Let's each go write our next memorable chapters. Thank you.